You in, bro? That's Seth? Seth just show up or Seth been here? I'll put the chart up. Seth heard me. Seth heard me on the last stream. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with on the daily chart. It's, the daily chart is not exactly convincing at this point. But what we're seeing is some potential. This is not a very thick cloud. You see, I mean, from on what will be the candlestick tomorrow, the range of the cloud is only about 500 points, which is, substantial. It's a 5% move. But Bitcoin, is capable of that. And the kind of big idea is that after this trend line breaks, we're going to go to this trend line, is my estimation, which is drawn from all-time highs. Okay, so consider this a peak, consider this a valley, consider this a peak. Bitcoin's been in a very large bull market for a long time, so I expect it to test the upward trend line from the all-time high that we can draw through these local tops, these recent local tops. So, I'm gonna kind of speed through this a little more, but now let's hit the 4-hour, which is personally my favorite time frame. I think for Bitcoin it's a very relevant time frame for swing trading. Right, so as we saw before, there's an upward slope right here on the cloud, and price is tending to follow it. It's tending to move to kind of mirror that. So, maybe we see it top out right around here at 10,666. Who knows? It could happen. But, so I might look to take a little profit around that level. A big thing to note is that the cloud is still green. So, Ichimoku, Ichicloud theory kind of says that you only want to take a long trade when the cloud is green. This is not a perfect rule to hold fast to all the time, but I had to close the door. But it's a reasonable indication, I think. Now, the most exciting time frame for this, for my idea when it happened, was on the 1-hour. If we look down, you see the cloud is compressing up here. I think the cloud extends like 24 or 26 or 28 candles into the future. So the idea is that, that's 24 hours into the future, or like, 28, 30 days into the future, because, it's like 28 of the time frame. So present price action gives rise to the Ichimoku cloud formation like 24 or 28 time frames into the future. So it's an attempt at a leading indicator like that. It's Ichimoku Cloud is actually a lagging indicator, right? It's based on previous price action, but so that's a little sus, but still, it's Bitcoin tends to follow it fairly well, and that's kind of my general philosophy. You want to see what works right on which market. But yeah, I started to get really excited about this trade around this zone right here. This was today, and so I've been eyeing this long all day because this was an area of a crossover, right? And so that in Ichimoku cloud theory is like, it can be interpreted as this not being a very strong level of resistance or support. Now, by contrast, this big flat line is a strong level in Ichi cloud theory. Another thing that's common to happen with Ichimoku clouds is price tends to trade from the top to the bottom of the range. So my ideal entry for this long is going to be down here, around 10.5, 10.47, 10.48. And you could use this indicator as kind of a stop loss. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of stop losses, but I do use them sometimes. So, say if price closed outside the range, or outside of the cloud rather, or say if it closed, down here, or even past the previous low, you could cut your losses, and that would depend on how big you're trading, your, how much you're willing to lose, how scared you are. Personally, I'm kind of accumulating Bitcoin for the long term, so I don't know. I kind of see this whole area right here as support. So I'm not really too eager to use a stop loss here. Usually Bitcoin will trade in ranges for a very long time, right? So it's like if it comes down for a little bit, I pretty much anticipate it to go right back up pretty shortly after that. You can kind of see that here. Here's a move up, here's a move down, here's a move up, there's a move down, here's a move up, move down, move up. So what's next? We really don't know, right? I mean, is this a trend coming up here to test this trend line again? I mean, I think so. The thing is, like, you want to look at things that have a high probability of success, right? So, in my mind, we're basically testing the top of this cloud right here, which is, so this level of resistance is fairly significant. We can draw a price range, say like from, ooh, that's not a price range. Pardon me, I'm still getting used to this. So price range. Jeez, I gotta do something on my phone real fast. But here's a price range, and you can see that price has been respecting the range pretty solidly. There's this one little deviation, but yeah, I mean, we pretty much go from top to range, bottom range, top range, bottom range, top range, mid range, top range. So, is this going to stop here at the middle of the range? It's very possible. In which case, I would kind of expect price to come down to the bottom of the range. So that's why I probably wouldn't set a stop loss at 10.3 or even like 10.2, because then you get into all this price action. Previous price action is like support or resistance, essentially. Sorry, the stream's all over the place, but I'm just kind of talking and getting used to doing this. You got any messages? Hey, homies, my homies are here. Okay, so yeah, I'm taking like a minute break. I understand if y'all gotta go to bed or whatever, but just check out the view, I guess. See if I can make another scene. One second, people. So yeah, I don't think I mentioned it on this stream, but we are live from Dana Point, California. My shouts go out to San Antonio, Texas, where my boys are right now. They're supporting. Appreciate that. By the way, boys, I'm not coming home for another couple days. I'm gonna stay out here with some homies another couple days. Aw. So yeah, see y'all in a few days. That's the harbor. I wish I had a better camera. Maybe live stream from a better camera next time. This is, yeah, need to do that. Right now, sorry, I realize I'm supposed to continue to entertain you. It's just hard while I'm texting. Um, Calling an Uber right now for a friend. I like to do nice things for my friends. My friend's in Austin right now. I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to Austin on Tuesday. And then I'm going home. Holy crap. I don't know if I'm gonna call this. It's $50. Probably not. Holy crap. We have a dilemma. $50? Let's think hard about this one. Am I still streaming? Holy crap. Nah. Not living lavish. $50 is a lot. Yeah. You know, my homie, I like to think my homies are definitely worth $50. But it's like, it's always like, why can't you just get the Uber for yourself? You know? Like, $50, $50, but it's like, how important is this person to you? Wow, I'm not able to deal, like, I'm not able to deal with this right now on live. So, honestly, yeah, Bitcoin, long. That's what I'm thinking right now. You know, yeah, man. I think they would do it for. I want to think they'd do it for me. I'm not like completely confident. The problem is the person just like literally doesn't have money. But yeah, live. See you next time. Thank you guys so much for supporting. Peace.